The Real News with Lucretia Hughes is funded by you, the viewers, not USAID. So to support the show, please donate through PayPal at Fallback Production Studio, Cash App $, Lucretia Hughes 44, Venmo at Lucretia-Hughes, or shop at our store, fallbackusa2.myshopify.com. Thank you so much.
What's up, man? It's 4G Auto Glow. I want to give a shout out to Veterans of America, Veterans First. We need to put more respect on our veterans and not our illegal immigrants.
Hey folks, it's John Rich here, Veterans for Trump, incredible organization. We love our vets. Without men and women willing to sacrifice and die if necessary for our country, we wouldn't have a country. We all know that. Much respect and much love. God bless you.
Politicians are very good at playing with words. They always talk about gun control. How about right control? Because when you go against the Second Amendment, that's our right. That's our God-given right, not only by God, but by the founding fathers. So why don't you just call it what it really is, right control? You're taking our rights away. You cannot regulate evil. Evil is evil, and evil is always going to be persistent, and it's always going to be here. So why get rid of our ability to protect ourselves? The Second Amendment right protects the rest of them, and it protects us. It protects your home, your body, and your spirit, because without it, how are you going to protect yourself? Don't be a sheep. Don't follow just because it's popular. Think for yourself. Be yourself. Be that individual that God made you to be. He wasn't born to follow. He was born to lead. It hurts my feelings, James, because one day it's going to be us. One day we're going to be the elderly. One day we're going to have to get on Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. And they're saying it's not going to be in there for us. The Bible plainly states we are supposed to take care of the elderly. We're supposed to take care of the innocent among us. I just went and found an article because I didn't even touch Medicare. And for knowing that out of y'all Social Security and disability, you still have to pay a copay. Well, they just uncovered, as of today, $100 billion in wasteful spending in Medicare and Medicaid. That's on top of, and if you add that up since 2003, $2.7 trillion. We got every right to be angry. We got every right to question everything.
Because there's corruption everywhere.
Because it's wrong. So I'm going to keep talking about it because it hurt my feelings. You worrying about my $600. I'm worried more about $4.7 trillion. But I know somebody else is also worried. And he's our next guest, everybody. Don't forget to go to fallbackusa2.myshopify.com. Support us that way. You can do like William did, send us cash out Zelle, because I don't get paid to lie to you. Or if you are a voting member of the NRA, y'all make sure you get over there to any Hunter magazine, Prepper magazine, Survival magazine. You're going to see the NRA Board of Directors for 2025. My name is on there. Lucretia Hughes Klukin. Please vote for me for the next board member of the NRA, because I'm going to stand up. We are not a damn democracy. We're a constitutional republic. So everybody, our next guest, he got his own show. So I know he's been digging into it a lot more than I have. And I know he's been talking about it a lot more than I could ever do. So Dave, if you could bring on Brian. Brian, where you going?
How are you? Lucretia?
Who playing slow music in the background?
He's setting the mood.
Is Dave setting the mood for us to talk about Doge and Elon Musk and Trump? Because I was like, why is the panty dropping music playing in the background? Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Like I said,
That's
he sets
awesome.
the mood.
I know you heard what we was talking about. What do you feel about the $4.7 trillion that no one could trace, or the $100 billion just last year alone, fiscal year, that they're finding wasted out of Medicare and Medicaid, and now they're getting ready to audit the IRS. They're in the Pentagon right about now. You had the FDA guy step down, and then you have the DOJ who was over the Hunter Biden laptop. He got fired. What are you feeling about the first month that Trump been in office?
Oh, I love it. And I've never had a president. I've never even seen a president ever work for the good of the people and again the good of the country. I'm just ecstatic, and I don't want to waste 1 second of this 4 years, and I know that he will not waste 1 second of this. You saw the left; they went all the way to the last second as well, and they did the amount of destruction that the Biden regime did is absolutely unforgivable.
Yeah.
And so, it's going to take, great pressure, applied by a strong leader to get this train back on the tracks and actually work for the good of the people, work for the good of the country, and really have that American pride installed again in this country. And, it's a great feeling.
Now, the over $100 billion that Elon Musk just came out with earlier today, or it might have been late last night, that was given to illegals for housing, free cars, medical, food, and everything else. And we got people in the chat room right now on a fixed income and still struggling to make ends meet. How do you feel about that also?
It's ridiculous. A lot of the folks that are out protesting this right now, they don't know what they're protesting. So for an example, we have all this money that's going to all of these illegals, right? We have veterans that can't even get into the VA hospital, and we have allocated all of these funds to folks that shouldn't even be here. So one, they don't deserve it at all. But two, the people that are out protesting all of this stuff, they're getting paid big money.
I think it's the GNOs.
Big money. So
Yeah.
I'd probably be, a little upset too. My meal ticket's getting cut off. You know what I mean? So it's time to go home. It's time for those folks to go home. And, time is up. And Tom Homan is coming. And Operation Aurora has already started. It's already kicked off from sea to shining sea. And we've got some big things going on. I got a good friend of mine down in Gitmo. And, they are getting folks in there daily now. And good things are happening. Yeah, good things are happening.
Well, the thing with one of the crises that, I'm just going to say it, the 1,687 pieces of continuous resolution that they wanted for the budget deal in early January that nobody had read, Mike Johnson literally said, let's just go ahead and pass it, and then we can reset the table all over again. If we're finding this out right now, I could just imagine what was actually in the continuous resolution bill in early January that was almost 1,800. I thought pork and waste and wasteful spending was a little bit of the thing. No, this is how they was washing money all over the place.
Yeah.
And now we're finding out from USAID that I still can't wrap my mind around, as much as the CIA was involved with conflicts all over the world. I'm shocked that no other country has retaliated against us.
Yeah. Well, there's, unfortunately, many times you have a strong leader, especially here in the United States of America. We're not really used to that. But anytime you're on top, somebody's always there wanting to take you out, So we get threats coming in constantly. If the American people actually knew what type of threats that we get in this country, they would be very alarmed. So, we're not out of the woods there. We're never going to be out of the woods.
No.
I mean, life, there are wars. There have been wars since the beginning of time, and they are not changing. That will never change. The way we fight them will be changing, and has already changed, from your conventional war style to what we're seeing right now. Everything's, through AI. You can cause a World War III by having a president insert some words to where they make a president look like he's saying something and he's not.
Like they're going to
That
try to
right there
do.
is conflict,
Yep.
101 right there. And there's just so much stuff going on out there that, we always have to be on alert. We always have to be, weary of issues that could be coming down the range at any time. So I always just keep my head on a swivel and do the best I can. And of course, being a former Marine too, any room I go in, I've already got an extra strategy. I've already got like, all right, I'm gonna team up with that guy, that guy. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like one of those crazy things, but I guess it's just in me.
Well, I think we might have a problem with Little Pocket Man. Now, we know Little Rocket Man is Kim Jong Un. Little Pocket Man is Zelensky. Well, last week he asked for he demanded nuclear warheads from America. And then today, or what I found on my Twitter feed today, is he is demanding $350 billion from the United States, or he's not going to come to the table at all. Well, we know that Marco Rubio and them are over there right now trying to get a peace contract or a peace agreement signed. So you have in Russia and America, you ready for this? I have to say it, agree for another election or the peace talks are off the table. So it's either Ukraine get another presidential election or there will not be any peace talk whatsoever. But we know for a fact Little Pocket Man is not going to do that because he needs to continue to laundering that money. Now that his money train has stopped, how long do you think it's going to take for him to start snitching on the Biden administration?
That's a good question. I don't know. He probably won't. I don't think he's going to pull a Zuckerberg and come clean, 100%. But yeah, he's too invested in this and he's buried cash. So he's just going to probably just stay quiet, go get that bag of cash and go buy a yacht and chill out, for the rest of his life. I don't see him talking.
Oh, Zelensky, I
No.
see him rubbing his nose a lot. Maybe bump it a little bit and probably go into the White House and find out where that bag of drugs came from. But here's my big thing. Little people with little man syndrome start big wars. And we
Yep.
know from all the CIA, all the whistleblowers that are coming out, there's a lot of biolabs that was funded by USAID. Good God. I think USAID funded majority of the wars around the world. And we know that, even with the Council on Foreign Relations when it came to the Biden administration and not giving that $1 billion over until they fired that investigator. You don't think any of that is going to come back and bite the Biden family in the tail?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Even with the pardons?
100%.
Even with the pardons, because, that's why he pardoned his family.
Hmm.
You don't.
Yeah, and he was pardoning everybody that was basically on the retribution list, for future action. But like the Gulf of Mexico, there's a loophole there now. The Gulf of America, Biden came out and said, "Hey, we're not going to drill in the Gulf of Mexico." And Trump comes out and says, "Well, hold my beer. We're not going to drill in the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to drill in the Gulf of America, and we're going to drill, baby, drill. You're going to like every little bit of it. Plus, it's ours." I mean, that war was settled a long time ago, and it should have never been the Gulf of Mexico. And we're basically just reclaiming the name as it is stands, the Gulf of America. And to me, Gulf of Mexico doesn't even sound right anymore. I have taken this Gulf of America and I have ran with it. I mean, I've done videos on it and everything like that, and it's meant to be. It's meant to be like you can't fight fate, right? You can't fight fate.
Now, with all these people getting fired left and right from the federal government, why was they so quiet when, what was it, 12,000 workers from the Keystone Pipeline was laid off? You didn't hear them make a big press conference. You didn't see them howling in the streets or telling them to attack MAGA or the Republican side. But they're doing it right now. I don't understand. You would figure all the money that they was making at the federal level, they got a nice piggy bank somewhere. And I hope they have a rainy day fund.
Yeah, these folks, when it happens to good, hard-working American tax-paying patriots, freedom fighters, folks that contribute in this country honorably, the left could care less if they lose their jobs. They call themselves the party of acceptance, but they're far from it. We are the party of acceptance. I am forced. I accept everybody, and I don't care who you are, but they only accept their own. These people are absolutely 100% filth comes out of their mouth, and all they do is they go out and they preach all this peace, love, feelings, and all that stuff, and then they go out there and they literally just destroy everything. They pillage and they loot and they stop the flow of our interstate commerce and freight and they just go out there and they just destroy. They're like, I feel like whining today. Let's go break stuff. And these folks have done it, with I mean really no justice and really no accountability.
None.
So it's insane.
I think they'll have accountability this time around. Christy Gnomes and Pam Bundy. She did a very beautiful video, said you're going to F around and find out. We're not dealing with it anymore. We're not dealing with the riots in the streets anymore. We're not dealing with burning down stuff. But with our sitting legislators, even though they're Democrats, they still are getting paid by we the people, by the federal government. They're coming out there and asking for violence in the street. What can we do, or our sitting legislators do, to smack these people down, censor them? Because now you're inciting violence.
Yeah, they've been doing it. They've been doing it forever. I mean, really, they started coming out in 2020 and they weren't hiding anymore. We are going to take this to the streets. And so basically what it is a hall pass to go out and act like a freaking idiot and go burn things down. So when they do, all they got to do is play, a soundbite from what their, elected member of Congress said. And they said, go burn it down. They said, take it to the streets. They said, they told me to do that. They told me to do that. So that right there is my get out of jail free card. And if you don't have a get out of jail free card, all you gotta do is just call Kamala Harris, because she's got I think a continued get out of jail free card campaign that they do. And that's probably where a lot of USAID went to. Yep. USAID, I guarantee you that you can start connecting some dots to all of that as well. So it's.
You remember the palace in the street?
I can't believe we made it out of these 4 years. I really can't.
Well, it was a very
depressing time for me. I grieved my nation. I grieved. There was times that I was depressed. I was like, man, God, I don't even recognize our country. What is going on here? It's like, they're recruiting children that may look like a tomboy. Are you comfortable in your skin, Johnny? Yeah, look, we absolutely went down the darkest. In my eyes, I can't think of anything darker than what we have just gotten out of.
Yeah.
And again, Trump is literally, this is the strongest man I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, none of my life. I mean, probably in American history. This man.
They try to kill him. They try to take him down. They try to wiretap him. They took his money. They raided his house. They stopped his business.
Yep.
They made mugshots. They did everything to Donald J. Trump that they could possibly do that would bring a regular American to their knees.
Yep.
And he won. He won. And they're saying it's revenge. I don't think Trump is acting in revenge. This guy is so mellowed out this time around. Do he still got the funny words and the funny names? I love him. But he said what he meant, and he means what he's saying. And I don't think he's slept more than 20 hours the whole month he's been elected.
Oh, yeah. People, I just don't understand. Why is the left all up in arms about finding where tax dollars go? Like everything Trump is doing is 100%. It's 100% what any leader should do in their country. We look at it and I say, oh my God, this is amazing. I've never seen this before. I've never seen this type of action before. And this positive action, this is what people should always want in an elected leader. This is why we go vote. So when the man is literally bringing everything he said he would do to the table and is operating in good faith for the country, for the people, for our safety, for our sovereignty, and to have the left stand up and say, I don't like what he's doing here. I don't like what he's doing here. Oh, they're uncovering all this money. Well, all that money went to blank and blank and it was taking care of this and that. But I'm like, what do you guys?
But
I've
it
seen the
wasn't
list.
taking care of American citizens, and that's why I think everybody is mad.
Yeah.
If you was giving that money to us, we wouldn't be mad, but you blowing it all around the world.
Transgender studies in Afghanistan? Are you serious?
Wait.
They know how fast a mouse can walk
Wait
on
a
a
minute.
freaking treadmill.
Well, you said Afghanistan. Ain't that a Muslim country? They don't do gay
See, they're in
folks.
there- they're trying to recruit. They're like the Muslims want a worldwide caliphate. That scary left. They want that worldwide, crazy movement that these folks are all in tune with. And yeah, Pakistan and all these countries, like you look at where all this money went. Did it really go there? Probably not. That's just what they say, right? Like the old hamster on the treadmill or the rat or the mouse or
The
whatever.
shrimp. The shrimp.
Mickey Mouse. I don't know.
The shrimp can go 7.5 miles per hour on a treadmill. No, seriously, they did a study for that.
That was.
$50 million went to Uganda to gay folks so they can have condoms and KY jelly. I call it Diddy oil. Yes. Also, from what James just told me, we're paying for circumcisions in another part of the world. But no one on Crenshaw, MLK Boulevard, on Am Street, on any town in America could use that money. Number one, if you take what they're saying came out of HUD, did you hear how much money was wasted out of HUD? $151 billion got missing from HUD. Who got this money, number one? And number two, do you agree? Because I do. This first time I'm wholeheartedly agreeing with Elon Musk. If you make a representative wage, you shouldn't be a multi-millionaire. And we need to do a little auditing on their bank accounts too. And this is his response to Adam Schiff, Dick Durbin, Chuck Schumer, and the rest of them. So he even called out Elizabeth Warren. So all of them that's been out here in the street for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, that are saying, we want our money. Well, Elon Musk was like, maybe we need to start auditing your bank account now. Since you was auditing everybody else's bank account that was, making $600, now it's time to audit the people we actually pay to try to figure out why you are a multi-millionaire on the paycheck that you actually make. It's impossible. I know compound interest is a thing, but it ain't that type of a thing.
Well, they make the majority of their money doing insider trading.
Right.
They know things that are coming down range well in advance. And they used to hide it, but now they do it just maybe a day before. They'll just sell everything. I'm like, we're gonna not only are we gonna show you that we're doing it, we're gonna rub it in your face. We're gonna pull out a day before. It's not gonna be like a month before. Hey, this is coming down range. It may be over the next 2 months. I'd pull out now so it doesn't look so bad. So when it does, they'll go up to that final hour, get that last little nickel. Profit on something that'll be, end up being, a $200 million play for them. But that's just how greedy they are. They will hang in there to get that last nickel. And then they'll rub it in our face. And then they'll turn around and they'll go talk about all the poor people that they're representing in Congress and, how the government needs to do better for them and this and that. And now, we have a dictator in office that's going to be Look, Elon Musk is a lot like President Trump. Do you really think Elon Musk wants to be in politics right now?
No.
No, he cares He cares about the United States of America. And guess what? He's also an extremely, extremely talented man. I mean, this guy is probably one of the smartest, most brilliant minds in the world. And albeit too, you got to understand. And I don't know where the left is on this, but he's also an African American.
He's a true African American.
He is an African American. So since when in this country do we put down our African Americans, especially in government? Now that's a question maybe that you could answer, because look, how can you go after this guy?
Brian, I was born in BJC Hospital, Commerce, Georgia. Ain't nothing African about my black ass.
No. I wasn't asking you that type of.
Oh, I'll get ready. I don't know.
I was yielding back, basically saying that you could help answer that question when it came to how the left should be treating Elon Musk with a little bit more respect, right? Because don't they always say racist when they're turning around and they're being racist?
The only way they'll show Elon Musk respect if he was on their side.
That's right. He left the reservation.
He was never on the reservation, really, was he?
Well, he in some ways he was, because with the green agenda.
I guess they wanted all the billionaires to be evil. Okay, listen, Brian. He's Iron Man. I don't trust Iron Man. He's trying to go to Mars and leave my black ass down here with the Democrats. I ain't trying to stay here. So, if he's going to be going to Mars, at least send a Biden to your anus, because I'm sure he's been up one a couple of times. You know what, Brian? I'm going to let you have the last, because we get ready to hit the first hour of the show. So please tell everybody, take it away, Brian.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that last little bit. You want me to do what now?
You got to segue into like the end of the first hour of the show in your segment. You know how to do it, radio man.
Thank you so much for listening to Lucretia Hughes.
That is not how you do it, Brian.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, you're supposed to be plugging in everything right now.
Oh, tell a little bit about me.
Yes.
This is your show. I don't piggy. Look, if people want to know a little bit more about me, I got a website.
There you
okay,
go.
so it's briantalley.com. briantalley.com. Now, I got to give it up to you, Lucretia.
What?
There's not a lot of advocates out in the United States of America that are successful advocates. We didn't choose this job. This job chose us. We went through life experiences. It knocked us down and we got up. That's what you and I do. That's what we do. And this is a book I wrote that explains just that, right? I didn't choose this job. It chose me. And that's Capitol Hill. And you and I have a lot in common. We've both testified there. We've both stood up for the good of the country as volunteers to make our country and our communities and our states a better place for everybody. For you, for me, for past generations, for future generations, for our children, whatever it may be. So you inspire the crap out of me. You inspire me. You are a strong woman. You are a strong woman of faith. And you have been battle tested and you have survived. You are a survivor. And a lot of people out there look to you as their beacon of hope. And even guys like me, I look to you as a beacon of hope. You are not afraid. You are unapologetic. But guess what?
What?
You are a God-fearing woman from the South.
Woo!
Lucretia, this is the Lucretia Hughes Show.
Hey, I like that. So everybody says he is like buttering it up, and we ain't even got no chicken wings to put the butter on. You know what, everybody?
No, I gotta button you up a little bit. No, because you need to hear it. Because look, let's face it. A lot of the times when we're so busy doing this stuff, a lot of people don't. I mean, you can get compliments here and there, or maybe a text message, but people need to know out there who are listening. Like, you are a very special and remarkable woman. You've been through a lot, and like I said, when those gates of hell opened up, and you and I have both fallen in those
Amen.
ashes, and to rise like a phoenix and to, again, to not run away and to not waver, but to say, yes, I am going to stand up and I'm going to fight for what's right. And I'm going to demand accountability and justice. And I'm going to invoke positive change. And if you stand in my way, you're going to be part of my story. And at the end of the day, I'm going to win anyways. So like Tom Homan says, hey, we coming. We coming with or without your permission. Just know that.
Amen. So everybody, this is the end of the first hour of the show. This is Brian Talley, everybody. Like he said, y'all get over there, and you can also listen to him today with Tally, because he's going to tally up how much money been blown through the federal government. And I appreciate it, because sometimes I have to ask Dave, am I doing a good job? But, I appreciate it, Brian. And maybe, just maybe, somebody out there gonna donate. Get on over there to PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, a pigeon, a skunk. Hell, I don't care if it's a Georgia Bulldog. Go on over there and donate. And thank you so much, Brian. I can't wait to be on your show, too.
Real News with Lucretia Hughes.
Can you stop getting me for
Go ahead
blushing?
right now. Go ahead and donate. And also go to selfemployedpatriots.com.
Holy crap! We still plugging that one. I guess we are. So everybody, this is Brian. Give me 5 minutes. We'll be right back. Thank you, Brian.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm blushing up. Cut me off.
People exactly what we're fighting for, and that is God, family, country, Trump. God, family, country, Trump. God, family, country, Trump. And my name is Lucretia Hughes.
The Real News with Lucretia Hughes is funded by you, the viewers, not U.S. aid. So to support the show, please donate through PayPal at Fallback Production Studio, Cash App $ Lucretia Hughes 44, Venmo at Lucretia-Hughes, or shop at our store, fallbackusa2.myshopify.com. Thank you so much.
Politicians are very good at playing with words. They always talk about gun control. How about right control? Because when you go against the Second Amendment, that's our right. That's our God-given right, not only by God, but by the Founding Fathers. So why don't you just call it what it really is, right control? You're taking our rights away. You cannot regulate evil. Evil is evil, and evil is always going to be persistent, and it's always going to be here. So why get rid of our ability to protect ourselves? The Second Amendment right protects the rest of them, and it protects us. It protects your home, your body, and your spirit, because without it, how are you going to protect yourself? Don't be a sheep. Don't follow just because it's popular. Think for yourself. Be yourself. Be that individual that God made you to be. He wasn't born to follow. He was born to lead. Well, welcome back to the Real News with Lucretia Hughes. Like I said, y'all get over there to fallbackusa2.myshopify.com.